Good day everyone, I am Arman Joseph F. Cuatco from BSc 2D and today I will explain friction using this example. So let's go. Sample number 1. A crate with a mass of 9.5 kg rests on a horizontal floor. The coefficient of static friction and kinetic friction are 0.38 and 0.31 respectively. Find the frictional force and the acceleration acting on the crate if a horizontal applied force is exerted on it of magnitude A 0 Newton, B 50 Newton, C 35 Newton, D 55 Newton. We draw first the free body diagram considering ito yung crate. Great. We have the weight and yung normal force na F sub n ga-apply sa kanya dito, and merong na applied force. For example, andito yung applied force na yan, horizontal applied force F sub a. By third law of motion, may mag-a-act sa kanya na frictional force. So, unang-una, hindi smooth yung ating problem dito. We have given a coefficient of static and kinetic. Yung frictional force na yan is pa-kontra doon. So, applied force, which is nandito sa part na to, this is the force of friction. So this is now the free body diagram. This is the normal force. This is the weight. This is the force applied, and this is the force of friction. So this is now the free body diagram. This is the normal force, this is the weight, this is force of friction, and this is the force applied. So in this problem, we are asked to find the frictional force and the acceleration na nag-act dun sa crate. And for that, to solve for the frictional force, kailangan alam muna natin yung normal force. We have to solve first for the normal force by second law of motion at y. We have mass times acceleration at y. Wala tayong motion sa vertical component kasi hindi naman nagkaroon ng acceleration pataas or pababa. So this is 0, and by summation of forces at y, say again, this is the positive up and right, positive Fn minus the weight. So this is 0. Fn directly equal to the weight, and this is equal to the mass times the gravity. We have 9.5 kilograms times 9.81 meter per second square. So normal force is equal sa 93.20 Newton. For letter A, to solve the frictional force, i-assume muna natin na hindi pa nag-move yung crate. Therefore, it's a frictional force, hindi pa ito yung final frictional force. Ang magiging answer natin is just the frictional force caused by static friction. Dahil hindi pa nga gumagalaw, wala pang motion. Kaya static friction muna ang gagamitin natin. So we have given static friction, coefficient of 0.38 times the normal force na 93.20 Newton. Force of friction by static is equal to 35.42 Newton. For letter A, ang applied force natin is 0 Newton. 0. Mas malaki yung frictional force by static, ibig sabihin, hindi niya gagalawin yung ating crate. It will not move, therefore, the acceleration is 0. So, there is no acceleration to solve for the final force of friction by second law of motion. Second law of motion, again, dahil walang acceleration, there is no motion, this is 0 ulit. And by summation of forces at x equals up force of friction minus the force applied, which is 0, and this is also 0. Force of friction is equal to 0 Newton. So this is for letter A. For letter B naman, same process ang gagawin natin. Gagamitin pa rin natin tong force of friction by static na nakuha natin, and kukompare pa rin natin sa force applied. Force of friction is equal to 35.42 Newton. Kaya lang, mas malaki pa din yung force applied na 15 Newton. Ibig sabihin, wala pa ding movement yung crate, wala pa ding motion. Therefore, the acceleration is 0. And again, to solve for the force of friction, summation of forces at x ulit. Dahil by second law of motion, 0 pa din yung ating net force, and this is force of friction minus force applied. Force of friction is equal, force applied natin na 15 Newton. For letter C, we will compare ulit ang ating force of friction na 35.42 Newton. Ang given natin sa force applied, letter C, is 35 Newton. Ibig sabihin, mas malaki pa rin yung force of friction by static. Sa force applied natin, which is 35 Newton, wala pa rin tayong motion, and therefore, the acceleration is equal to 0 ulit. And same process pa rin, summation of forces at x. No acceleration, motion, 0 yung ating net force. Ito, force of friction minus sa force applied na force applied. So 35 Newton force of friction is now equal to 35 Newton. Or letter D naman, ang force applied na given sa atin is 55 Newton. Ang force of friction by static kanina is equal sa 35.42 Newton. In this case, mas malaki na yung applied force natin, and it means that mag-occur na yung kinetic friction, gagalaw na yung crate natin, magkakaroon na tayo ng motion, and therefore, meron na tayong acceleration to be solved later. Gagamitin na natin ang value ng force of friction natin is yung force sa kinetic friction coefficient times the normal force. By substituting, we have 0.35 0.31 as a coefficient of kinetic friction times the normal force na 93.20 Newton. Kaya force of friction is equal sa 29.892 Newton. Ito na yung magiging sagot natin as the force of friction. To solve for the acceleration naman by second law of motion of x is equal to mass times acceleration. Again, meron na tayong acceleration kasi gumalaw na yung crate, hindi na zero, and by summation of forces, ang nag-a-act na forces are equal sa force of friction positive minus force applied na 55 Newton. Pag in-equate natin tong dalawa na to, mass times the acceleration is equals to force of friction in kinetic minus the force applied. Solving for the acceleration, we divide both sides by the mass acceleration is equal to force of friction natin is 29.892 Newton minus the force applied, we have 55 9.892 Newton minus 55 Newton over 9.5 kilograms. Ang acceleration natin ngayon is equal sa negative 2.643 meter per second squared. Kaya nagiging negative kasi ang motion natin is papunta dito. This is the acceleration. Kino-consider natin na positive is yung right side. So, pwede natin din siyang isulat as 2.643 meter second squared to the left. And to the left. So, this is the answer for letter D. Ang force of friction natin is 29.892. Again, nag-occur na dito yung kinetic friction, and therefore, meron na tayong acceleration and has a magnitude of 2.643 meter per second square moving to the left. And this is example for friction.